Hello, welcome back to P-Storm. I am Pluvius Lilon, and today we're playing Ghost Trick. So, when we last left off, it was mostly just exposition. Detective Jode's daughter was kidnapped. You know, the Justice Minister thinks it was his daughter, but, yeah, in order to get both of them to cooperate, we have to convince the Justice Minister that it is not, in fact, his daughter that was kidnapped. So, let's get on that. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the Minister's doubts is now in bed, coughing. I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. It's what, like 12:30 a.m. and that woman is still drinking. She must be sloshed. My darling angel, oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty little thing. Did you leave your nice warm bed to go out in the night to play? A daughter after my own heart. But I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone.
I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter.
But that's no reason to go out this late at night.
But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that.
But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Here's to the feverish passion of my darling angel.
Mama.
Yes, darling?
Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight.
Not tonight, Emily.
I hate you.
Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. There's another lucky development, too. Emily wants to call her father. Now, if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. What if I...
The phone.
I noticed the phone's not plugged into anything. Emily, I told you you couldn't call him tonight.
Why not?
Listen to me, Emily. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider.
What do you know about his mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know. All you do is write weird novels.
What do you mean, weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've made me angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? Oh, well. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now so you don't do anything else mischievous. Like calling your father.
I hate you.
I can hear you, you know.
I don't give a fuck. I don't even give a fuck about it.
Whew, what a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are. But I do know I have to do something about this lady so Emily can call.
Mama, what is Papa about to do?
Never mind. Nothing you need to know right now, Emily.
Why is everything always such a big secret? I'm part of this family too, you know.
It's not something for children's ears. You'll understand someday.
I don't want to know someday. I want to know now. It's not fair. You just don't want to tell me. I just want to wish Papa a happy birthday.
Not tonight. If it was up to me, I'd let her call him. Okay. I better not put out the lamp right now. It'll only pour oil on the flames of anger in this lady's heart. I want to give Emily a chance to use the telephone. I'll have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. Okay, Oh goodness, look at the time! As I bask in my tale of love, time has been moving on at the speed of light. So even though she's immersed in love, she can still hear this, huh? But this won't buy enough time to make her daughter... this won't buy enough time for her daughter to make a phone call. There must be something else I can distract her with. Rats! Okay. That didn't work. Oh. Hoist! No? The lady's dictionary. Wasn't this on her desk before? The poor thing. Destined to never be returned to the bookshelves. Well, well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? Sweet dreams! Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? She's more powerful than I thought. Looks like she tipped the wall Looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side, too. The angle of those candles. I get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. Oh shit. Oh heavens, a blackout at a critical time like this? Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kinds of thrills, thank you. How is she able to strike a match on her ass? Does she have, like, red phosphorus on her ass? Ah, what a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. I don't exactly know how the situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. The rat seems to be unconscious, but now that the room has changed into this, maybe I can use it somehow. What a naughty chandelier. No, I can't go back into the ghost world while this is happening. Oh well, let's try... Oh. It's gotta be something. That was close. No, I can't close the hatch. Ah, here we go. Now I just... Damn, what the hell? Yeah, I'm stumped, honestly. Man, yeah, I do not see anything. Like, any two elements of this puzzle that can, like, interact with each other. I almost feel like I wasn't supposed to close the hatch when I did. But there's no way to restart, so... all I can do is, assume that I did that correctly. And yet... yeah, there's gotta be some way that I can, like... that I can move about while she's doing this. There's gotta be a reason. And also, why can't I possess the wine glass? Not that it matters. Yeah, there's nothing I can, like, reach that windmill with. Yeah, I think, for the first time in this playlist, I'm gonna have to look up a walkthrough. Because I honestly have no idea, like... I've literally made one thing happen in the nearly 20 minutes that I've been recording. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I figured it out. So yeah, when you can't get two objects to interact with each other, there's another thing that you can do. So let's just do this one more time. She turns the crank. Da-da-da-da. But then... such insolence! Amelie, help me!
Mama. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now.
Haha, here's to the weakness of my darling angel. That chandelier's on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. If I recall, the novelist said she didn't like the dark. I don't want her thrashing around any more than she is already. I better not put this lamp out right now. Okay, maybe I gotta possess the... Maybe if I turn the crank and lift her up. What is going on here? Emily, look! Do you see this? Help me, please!
I'm sorry, I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too.
Looks like this lady won't be going anywhere for a while. We better possess a bar of Snickers. Now the little girl can call her father. And also there's a plane flying by. The only trouble is she can't reach it. I guess I'll just have to deliver it to her. Oh, that's right. The angle of those candles. I saw something very similar just recently, didn't I? Okay, and we swing the... Oh my god! Now I really owe that poor rat an apology. But this might be a really good chance for me, too. I have to get that phone to Emily. Okay, swing harder, Daddy. And down it goes.
Baba.
What in the world is going on here? Imagine just walking in on that. A drunk old lady with a rose for hair swinging from a chandelier and a rat swinging from a clock.
Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay, Mama? I'll only be a minute.
Don't you dare, Emily. I won't have it.
Hello, Papa.
Emily, is that you?
Of course it is, silly. What did you think?
But I heard they said you were... I'm so fucked up on heart medication right now.
Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa.
Birthday? Oh right, it was my birthday today, wasn't it?
I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama.
Oh, your mean old mama. I mean, your mother. What's she up to right now?
Well, she's certainly up all right. My stubborn mother's kind of tied up at the moment.
Get me down!
She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble.
No, Emily. I'm the one who was wrong.
Huh?
Could you tell your mother I'm sorry?
What do you have to be sorry about?
I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's alright now.
Oh, okay.
You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of the Justice Minister is very complicated, you see.
Okay.
But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize.
I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize.
That's a good girl.
Okay, Papa, have a good night. I love you.
I love you too, Emily. Good night, sweetheart.
Mama? I'm sorry.
My goodness, why the sudden change?
I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand.
Oh, Emily.
I thought all you ever did was write those weird novels.
That makes me a little sad.
Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated.
Yes, your father's job is very, very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right. I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all.
I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading them.
Maybe when you're even older, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, Emily, if you're feeling a little more charitable toward your old mama, do you think you could let me down now?
You know, I would love to do that. But I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now.
Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline, it looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. All of a sudden, everybody's getting along again. It's such an abrupt change. I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office, where everybody's waiting for the prison van. The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla's still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still as furrowed as ever. Quite unlike a father who's just learned his daughter is safe, he seems to still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. Seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is gonna happen. I just found out that my daughter's safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. What did he do? But one question. I can't help but notice. Your daughter's safe, and yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Of course, there's still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get a report, but I guess I'll just have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers. Is there really something more to it, like the inspector in white said? Well, let's talk to him and find out. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed, that was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control, manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea they were powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others, a manipulator. What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jode. Mr. Minister, Why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. There's some cases in this country right now that are under a top secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jode. Right. They don't share too much top secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanel has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it's proven to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about that? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanela can hear this too. There's something I'd like for the 2 of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't inhale. I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. Nah. I learned the truth of that firsthand. What's this? A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jode's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. What's going on? This document, what am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. Wait, don't deliver that document. That's when it started. It's when all my fear, despair, and suffering began. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I'd been manipulated. My memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, huh? Signing execution orders is part of the Justice Minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanella's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened.
I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. You could have at least told us, Mr. Minister.
Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it.
If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out.
And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why I've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. What if I'm not fine with what I'm not fine with is the fact that that person can control, manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from? Inspector Cabanella, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit.
A spirit?
As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now.
What did you say? Joe, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too.
I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you.
Spirit? Ghost? Gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister. I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir.
Inspector.
This is Lynn. I'm at the park.
We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence?
Well, the situation here is... it's kind of difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately.
Looks like your help is needed again, Sissel. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Well, off to the park we go then. Convenient how it's directly below the current location in the directory. Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off toward Temsek Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator, the person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jode's crime, the existence, or the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lin have been manipulated into shooting me? Well, looks like the plot is thickening. But we'll find out more about that next episode. If you enjoyed this video, then no further actions required on your part. And we'll see you next episode.